Welcome back to the Minimalist Educator podcast, the podcast that fits perfectly into your summer break. Over the next few weeks, the Minimalist Educator podcast is keeping it short and sweet. Just quick answers to the questions you've been wondering about. Perfect for however much summer break you've got left today. A coffee break, a pool lounge, or those first few minutes before you remember you don't have to lesson plan. So relax, you've earned it. Quick questions, quick answers, all summer long. Let's dive into today's question. Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 5 of our summer series Q&A. Tammy, what are we tackling today?
We are going to discuss something that came from a teacher who listened to our friend Michelle Ogden's episode. And she said that something that stuck out to her was when Michelle said, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Bam. Yes. So this is someone who is struggling with that right now because everything just feels important. And she feels like she has to say yes to all of the things because of her kind of teacher leadership position. And I think many of us could relate to that because you and I have also been in teacher roles, but also teacher leadership, different kinds of leadership roles. And there are just some times where you feel like you can't say no because the thing that you're being asked to do feels fairly urgent. But one of the things that we talk about I say we, but I'm thinking like in my other circles as well, is this a thing that is actually urgent? Is it an emergency? And this relates to our urgent important matrix that we have in our first book. And so even when someone asks you to do something and it might feel like it's urgent and important, you have to take that quick pause to evaluate if it actually is that and if you have to say yes to it. What do you think?
Yeah, thinking about the first book, actually, I'm reminded of, I think it's in the chapter about onboarding new initiatives. And we actually have a decision-making flowchart where you can go through and look at different aspects of the new initiative and sort of say, is it meeting your purpose? Is it working to your priorities? Is it helping you pare things back? And it makes me think of that because, yeah, we could attempt lots and lots of different things, but it doesn't necessarily mean we should, just as Michelle was saying. So I think, going back to, does it meet my purpose? Is it one of my priorities right now? And if so, can I pare it back in some way? I think that's a really key thing to help you decide what you should jump on with. However, saying that, I know as well that there are certain things that might not be my immediate purpose or priorities, but it just seems like so much fun. So it's like interesting. So how do you say no, Tammy, when it seems really exciting and fun to be a part of as well?
Well, I'm the wrong person to ask about that. I can definitely relate to that, but I would say that I personally have gotten better with asking myself if I really have the capacity to do that thing. And so I have found that even when I want to do the thing, I do say no now because I know realistically in my calendar it might not fit. Maybe I don't have the budget for it. Maybe my mental space doesn't have the bandwidth available. So I'm thinking about these kinds of things in the different buckets of my life and asking, like, is this a thing that is actually doable, as much fun as it would be? And so we do have to be realistic with ourselves. And I think too that whoever's asking of us the thing, whether it's fun or in your role, they hopefully will understand why you would say no, because you're protecting your capacity, you're protecting your boundaries, and we all want to do something well. And if we know that we can't because we're stretched too thin, then no should be an acceptable answer.
Yeah, maybe it would be helpful as well to think about, because most of us are already at capacity, right? Like
Hmm.
most of us working in this field are already pretty full with our tasks and to-dos. So then
Hmm.
maybe is there something I can take off my plate?
Hmm.
Which thing would I take off my plate? And if you can't take anything off your plate, then maybe that's
Yeah.
a little nudge to remind you, can't take this one on as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope that we've dropped a few good nuggets for our teacher who asked this question. We've, evaluated the plate. Is this going to be okay for our mental space and capacity? We could pause, evaluate the purpose. So there's lots of ways to kind of manage this, and hopefully one of those things will meet your needs.
And that's today's question answered. Thanks for spending a few minutes of your summer with us. Remember, quick questions, quick answers all summer long. We'll see you next time on the Minimalist Educator podcast. Now go and enjoy the rest of your break.